Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. Well, I guess it's like lunchtime now. So normally we do these calls at night, but we just thought, there's a lot of people that don't work during the daytime, and we thought we'd just maybe switch it up a little bit and do it during lunch because I know, especially tonight, there are several other calls going on. So if you don't know me, I think most of you do, but I'm Brandy Walker, and I have Randy Underwood, Sapphire Ambassador, on here with me today, and we're just going to go over some incentives that we have this month and just go over a little bit about how to set your goals and how to map things out. And so Randy is going to go over the incentives real quick first.
All right. Sorry, hold on one second. Hello guys, happy April. I cannot believe we're already into April. I think we ended an incredible month. I think all of us did, right? Whether we earned the iPad or not. I know that I have a lot of incredible conversations going on. So get excited because April has some incredible things going on. If you guys are going to convention, especially, there's so much that we can earn this month, especially with the double credit. So that's one thing I'm super excited about. New product of the season, we've got Vital Biome. That is our probiotic for anxiety, just feelings of stress and whatnot. I think everybody could use that, and we can always use more probiotic strains. So that's an awesome product of the season. I think it's Brandy, 450 credits. Is that right? It's
Okay.
like it's 50 less credits than it normally is. So it's a great time to go ahead and grab that if you're wanting to stock up on some things. We've got the free bottle of ease. That's with the 149 plus order for everybody who is a current customer ambassador from the 1st through the 15th. I love that they're doing this. I love this new thing. It's encouraging everybody to order earlier on in the month to get commission qualified earlier on in the month. And it's just super cool to be able to have the opportunity to try out a new product or earn a free product that you love. And maybe it's something that you don't use, but it might be something that you could be giving away for your team. So I think no matter what, try to get that, try to place that 149 order to get it, and make sure that you are telling your team about it, because honestly, I guarantee you they don't all know about it. And especially those ones that are ordering already 130, like, let them know. I think a lot of our customers aren't necessarily paying attention to their email. So this is a great opportunity to go ahead right now to go ahead and reach out to those people and let them know about it.
In kindergarten, we couldn't go on the monkey bars.
Uh-oh, can everybody mute
in
yourself, please?
kindergarten, one of the
There you go. Thank you.
Okay.
That was cute.
Super cute. And then, so it's not just for us, of course, as you guys know, just like it was last month, it's the same thing. Everyone that buys a welcome pack, they have the entire month to get that free bottle of ease. Now, I don't know about you guys, but ease is one of my favorite products to start people off on with the triplex in addition to it. So a lot of the times, especially if someone has a lot going on and they're going to be dealing with even a lot of die-off symptoms, ease helps with that. So ease helps with so much. It helps with the low inflammation, and it's going to help them in that way. So I think that, if you're starting on the triplex, this is going to be a great addition for almost everybody, right? Unless they have some sort of shellfish allergy, but otherwise I would say this is incredible. New VIP enrollments. Okay, I just said that, sorry. And the code is going to be April 23, just like last month it was March 23. It's just April 23. So that should be really easy for you to remember. And then the spa day, the gift card, we have $150 spa e-gift card. If you add 3 new VIPs with a welcome pack, or I think it's $100 order. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Okay, or $100 order. And then obviously if you add another 3, you can also have the opportunity to even earn another one. And then let's not forget, like I said, the double convention point credits, whatever you want to call it, credits. I know that a lot of people may have been feeling a little discouraged, thinking, oh, I had these great plans in January that I was going to earn all of this stuff, and now I'm right here. You guys, this is huge. I want you to think big. I want you to go. I mean, if you think about this, if you personally just added 6 yourself, that is, I was calculating it out before, that's 400 credits right there, just for you. Okay, just you. That's nobody else on your team. I don't want you thinking about just that. I mean, obviously, I think it'd be great if you're like, I'm going to do 3 and I'm going to get a couple people to silver. So just think on your team, who can you help add 3? Who would be excited about getting the spa gift card, who would be excited about earning some extra money for the extra incentives? Extra $100 too for first fast start. Am I correct?
Mhm.
I think you're probably talking more about a little bit that everything too. So anyway, really, really exciting things that we've got. I know Brandy's going to be sharing a little bit more about this kind of stuff and giving you guys some ideas on messaging and everything. So I'm going to let her go ahead and talk a little bit more.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to share my screen real quick, and y'all don't make fun of my, oh wait,
While you're getting that ready, Brandy, can I say something real quick?
yes, please.
Okay, all of my business builders are Canadians. And so I just want to add in here in this talk that for the Canadians, there is no spa e-card. They get $150 US when they do the same thing that we do. So I know it's $150 e-card or $100 for us. For them, it's $150 US, and they can do it twice.
Wow. Okay. That's
Okay.
awesome. Thanks for, because I know that they, Plexus puts this out, and I haven't been really good about sharing that because before we didn't really have Canadians on our team, but now that we do, we will be focusing on that a lot more. So thanks for sharing those details. And can y'all see the little bar at the bottom that I'm moving around? No? Okay.
No.
Okay. So you don't see. Okay. So don't make fun of my drawing because I just want you to see how easy this is. And I tried to do it like on Canva or something like that. I'm like, that's ridiculous because nobody needs to waste time trying to make a graphic just to map out your team. Like that's not something we need to be wasting time on. And I just got back from Arizona. Tina and I actually did from leadership training, and it was absolutely amazing. So if you have ever a chance to go to any of, Gold School, Ruby's on the Rise, dual training, like get there if at all possible, y'all. It will change your life. And I'm not just saying that, it is absolutely amazing. Like I got chill bumps just thinking about how amazing it was. And, this is just something very simple that they went over, and it's something that we've used like for all these years. It's just, I forget sometimes to go back to the basics and kind of show you how to break it down, because I'm a very visual person. Like I need to see, like pulling that back office and just seeing a whole bunch of names. And it's just like, especially when your team gets larger, it gets very overwhelming. So this is just a simple way for you to just pull up your back office, pull up your level ones who have added people, and or even level ones who haven't, y'all, and just start looking at, okay, who can I get to silver? And you'll honestly, or who's actually adding people. Like you might have people that you haven't really even thought about that actually have people on their team already. And maybe you can look at this, see Kelly. Can y'all see my little pointer? You can see Kelly over here. And I just made up these names. So some of these are my kids' names, some are y'all's names. I don't know, just whatever came to mind. But you can see over here that, Susie's my level 1. Then we have these two are Susie's level 1. So she gets 5 points for them. And then 5 points for Kelly. Well, Kelly's added 2 people. So this is where you need to be spending your time. Obviously, besides recruiting level 1s, is go talk to Kelly and say, you know what, let's get you to silver, and tell her about the bonuses and tell her it can help her get her products paid for. And this is going to be your homework. I would really, really love for, and I'll tell you what, everybody that's on this call, if you do map this out and send it to your sponsor, I'm going to send you a $10 incentive code. Okay, so I think it's that important. I mean, I even did it again when we were at leadership training, and I was like, oh, there's some people I hadn't even thought about, and so it's just very eye-opening. And so I don't want you to get to like the 3rd week in the month and do this. Like it needs to be done, as soon as you can, because it's going to give you plenty of time to reach out to these people and help them realize, all these incentives that we have going on this month. So, who wouldn't want a $150 e-gift card? Spa card. I know I do. So, do any of y'all anybody else have anything to add to this? Because I know y'all are amazing at mapping out. A couple of y'all that are on here. No? Randy? Have anything? Lisa?
I was just going to say, I'm super visual, and when they showed us to map it out, Like
Mhm.
even if you've got runners on your team, do just for your runner and do so that you can show them. It's
Mhm.
super visual. It's
Right.
very helpful.
And so I want you to, when you write this, I want you to put your goal at the top of the sheet as well. So we can know whenever you turn it in that we're gonna know what your goal is, because, I mean, hit diamond points, maybe I want to hit 6,000 points. But I mean, that's just kind of a wish if I put 6,000 points and I don't actually write down where I think I'm going to get those points, where they're going to come from. And that way I know where to focus my time. Randy?
I just want to add really quickly, this is something that I've done in the past, and honestly, I still have them too. I want to get back
I
to it.
have them too.
Yeah, the giant Post-its. They are incredible. I got Lisa to get them like years ago. I think we did this.
I've got them. I got them too. Yep.
Yeah, they're awesome. And so what I like to do is, for me, because my team is really, really big, on mine, I would write my own out, and I would write the names and kind of write, obviously, the same thing like level ones and what they were and just how many. I just had to have it. It wasn't necessarily written like this because the team was too big to put all on this, but then I would individually look at the people and say, okay, now I'm going to have a whole Post-it for Allison. I'm going to have a whole Post-it for Sarah. I'm going to have a whole Post-it for Kelsey. Right. And I would put it out like this for them to see. And it made it easy for me because I can literally stick it on my wall. And I'm always looking at it because it's huge. And it's reminding me, oh my gosh, I can't forget about this person, because I forget about people sometimes when they're not like my main runners, but they want to go silver, let's say. And so I'm like, oh wait, they have one person, let's try to help them get two, or whatever it is. And so it's just like Brandy said, it's a very visual thing, and it's good to kind of have them up. I don't know, this was helpful for me to have it like in my face to always remind me who I need to focus on for the month.
It really is so helpful. Y'all don't be scared to get in your back office. I know sometimes whenever you're like, things are kind of slow or whatever, you can kind of want to stick your head in the sand and be like, if I just really don't log in, I really don't check my points every day and write them down. And I know Lisa Hudson is amazing at doing this, and she's taught her team to write their points down every single day. And I'll be honest, there's been times that I'm like, I don't really want to look. Y'all, that really, how does that help anything? Like knowledge is extremely helpful, and it's just going to help you focus. Every time that I have done that, and I'll be honest, I'm not super consistent, but every time I do it, my points start going up because I'm paying attention.
I was gonna say, can I just add this really fast? So last year when we pushed, was that last year? Yeah, Sapphire was last year. It was last April, actually. Because I was tracking daily, like Brandy's talking about, like since, let's just say since January, we'll say for the new year, I noticed when I was paying attention, I'm like, wait a minute, it's the 3rd and I'm 200 points up than I was last month. So I'm obviously, like, as the time went on, I was like, oh, wait, like we might be able to make this happen, because I was able to see that the numbers were up from the month before. Whereas if I didn't do that, I may not have pushed. I may not have realized that I was as close as I was.
Yes.
So.
And if you do that and points are down on a certain day, or it's so much easier to track it whenever you're doing it like that. Like you can be like, ooh, where do I need to look? It's a lot easier to look on maybe the 5th of the month or the 6th of the month than it is at the end of the month when everything's, but I love that, Randy, that you shared about doing those with each leg, because it's just, if you're visual, y'all, it's going to help so much. So that's kind of your homework for today. Setting your goal, how you're going to get there, like how many personal level ones that you're going to add, because obviously we still have to keep adding. I mean, we're Jules and we still have to add every single month. Now, I do want to back up and talk about, Randy said at the beginning, it was an amazing month last month. Yes, it was. But you might be sitting here going, you know what? My month was not good. And I'm so down and disappointed. I just want to share with y'all, I did earn the iPad, but it's the first one I've ever earned. And I've been doing this 8 years. And it's also, I mean, they've given away a MacBook, they've given away iPads before. I've never earned it. And so don't think that just because you didn't earn it this last month that, the Plexus isn't for you or whatever. That is just baloney. Like that it is, because there's going to be months that you're going to hit your goals and there's going to be months that you don't. Now I don't want you to go, oh, well, she didn't, so I don't really have to, earn those incentives every month. I'll tell you why it's important. It's important for your team to see you earning incentives, because if you're not putting in the work, guess what? They're not going to. And so, and that's just the cold hard facts. I mean, anytime that I slow down, my team does. So, like I said, it's not the end of the world if you didn't. So I take a few days or a day, be sad about it, but just start hitting your goals this month. I mean, it's never too late.
And I just want to add, I didn't earn it, guys. I said it was a great, exciting month, but I added 3. And to me, that's always my goal, to add 3. And so I was very, very proud of that. I added 3. I didn't get anyone a silver to earn it or to add the 6, but I still worked really hard. And to be honest with you, I ended the month with tons of conversations going on and people that just weren't ready to sign up that day by the end of the month, but they are ready. Like, they wanted to have more of a conversation with me. So I'm proud of that. And you should always be very, very proud of yourself. And I always wanted to say, I just want to encourage you guys to just keep going. Don't, like, one of the things that I feel a lot of us do, and I find myself doing sometimes too, I didn't add my first person last month, guys, till March 27th. And I was like, I guess this is just not happening this month. And then I was like, okay, I got one. And then literally 2 days later, 2 more signed up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. And I had a lot of convos going and I really thought I was going to make it happen, and they didn't sign up. And I was like, it's fine. It's God's timing too with these people. And I'm not going to pressure them and push them to sign up sooner than they're ready. But you just need to believe that you can do it and never stop till the very end, because the way that month ends, the way March ends, April is going to start off incredibly great, right? So same thing for this month. Work hard, keep those conversations going. Never hesitate to put yourself out there and talk about gut health and this opportunity if someone is open to listen to it.
Absolutely. And one more thing I want to add is, and I can stop sharing this. Let me see. Oh, wait, I don't know how to stop sharing.
Probably at the bottom. Did you exit the screen?
Let's see.
Are you on full screen right now?
Yeah.
Can you hit escape at the top?
Nope, that didn't stop it. Hang on.
It's fine.
Oh, there. I don't know. Something happened, but I don't know, y'all.
You're fine. We can still talk to you this way.
Okay, sorry. Well, I was gonna add something and now y'all are looking at my emails. But anyway, I forgot where I was. Oh, okay. So this month, and if y'all listen to any of the calls on the Plexus Ambassador community page, this month we are going back to the basics. Like, as a company, we are going back to Triplex. Y'all, I have never, and I know a lot of people, have different ways that they want to start people on the products, but I will tell you, after 8 years, the people that stick around with me the most are the people that start on Triplex, and that's because it gets to the root of the problem. And now with adding a free ease, I mean, that is just like a dynamic product combo right there. Like, if they don't have success on Triplex with ease, I don't know. I've just never really had many people that don't have success, and they stick around long term, because when you obviously, this is not a gut health call, but when you're getting rid of Candida and you're getting your blood sugar balance, like, people are going to feel good. And then we can focus on adding other products later. But that's going to be my focus this month. Wear your pink, wear your, show your pink drink, show your probiotic, your BioCleanse, like, do lives, anything you can to let people know that these are the products that they need to try. And trying to think if there's anything else. I think that's it. I mean, just turn in your mapping out your team and get your goals set. And does anybody else have anything to add or questions for anything this month?
I just want to add, as far as, because I know it's sometimes overwhelming, you're like, how am I going to get to these goals? Like, how am I going to find these people or get them to get going, right? Because sometimes we'll look at these things and we're like, oh, it's so easy. Yeah, I just add 3, they add 3, they add 3, and we're there, right? Like, it's not as simple as that sometimes. So I think it's really good to sit there and think, does this person, would this person be interested in just their products covered? Would this person be interested in, making a couple hundred extra? Would this person be really excited about $150 gift card? Like, like a spa gift card. Like, what is going to entice them? Think about that before you're reaching out to them. And then, and then go at it and try to figure out now, how are you going to help them get there? Because some people might be really nervous to get that post out. So maybe what you could do, instead of saying, let's get your first post going, and even if you're like, I'm going to write it for you, sometimes they're still scared to do it. Maybe you can have a party for them, or maybe you can have a Zoom info party for them, or a Facebook party for them. So figure out what's going to be best for them to kind of get them going. And they may never ever want to share in that way, but you can say, you know what, make a list. Like, I know that these products have done a lot for you. And I'm sure that they could help your best friend, your mom, your sister, I'm sure some people. So make a list of 10 people that you think these could help, and I'll help you reach out to them. So they might be willing to even do that, where they're just reaching out to them privately, but they're not going to want to put themselves out there, at least for now. Maybe it's so easy, they're like, that was easy, and they're ready for that next step afterwards. But it's just kind of thinking creatively, like, okay, they're not willing to post, but maybe I can have a party for them, or maybe I can get them to reach out to some people.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, literally last month I had a new runner that signed up someone, and she hasn't made a post yet, but she earned the iPad just by talking to people. And so you just never know. I mean, people might be totally interested, or maybe they just want to sign up a few people. But yeah. Okay.
Can I put a
Absolutely.
question now? Okay. So I had to go on antibiotics twice this year already. One for gum surgery and the other one because I got really, really sick with a flu, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, wrecked my immune system. I mean, I know. So I had to increase my probiotics, and I had to increase my BioCleanse, because when I was on the antibiotic and I was on that, I had to increase. So this is what happened. I ran out of BioCleanse before my next subscription shipped. So yesterday I didn't take my BioCleanse. I'm telling you, by last night, I felt so bad. I was bloated. I wanted to poop so bad, but I just went next door and told my daughter, you've got to loan me BioCleanse until my order comes in. So she had a big bottle. So I took out like 14. I said, I'll pay you back when my order comes in. I took 3 last night. I was going to the gym this morning at 9 o'clock, and I needed to poop before I went to the gym. Okay. I'm just telling you this. And I did. And I swear I felt so much better. Now, this is a testimony, but like, can you share these kind of things like in a story or a post, or is it too much? Like, you want us to talk about Triplex and how it helps us, but like, help me. Like, is that too much?
I mean,
Randy, I look into Randy's face. Randy's like, oh, what?
well, I mean, I personally might say it in a different way, but you do you,
Okay.
boo. Like, if that's what you want to talk about. I mean, people, I mean, I might just say it in a different way. Just say
Well, I just said it to you all out there, so you can script something for me if you want to, Brandy, and I will use your script. I
could just
telling
talk
you
about
that's it.
how you ran out of your product and you were very bloated. And I mean, people can read through the, they
Okay.
know what it means
Okay.
when you're bloated.
Yeah, like if you use the word constipation instead of not pooping, that might be like,
Okay.
people know how uncomfortable it feels to be constipated. And I don't think that, I mean, in my Facebook audience anyway, I don't think anyone would be offended by talking
No.
about how antibiotics constipate you and how uncomfortable that feels. I totally
Right.
think you could post that for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
wanna
I mean,
add
just in an
anything,
insightful
Randy?
way. I mean, I've definitely
I
posted
said, do you
about-
want to add something, Randy? You've got
Oh.
that look on your face.
No, I don't see it being an issue either. I just know a lot of people don't necessarily feel comfortable talking about themselves, but if you're opening up about it, I think it's great, because majority of the women we know, especially, I mean, not just women, everybody, but women especially, I know, really struggle with constipation. So I don't think it's a bad thing to share about at all in any way. Or even children. I know so many children, sadly, that deal with constipation, and their parents are giving them Miralax and stuff that's not so great for them. So not just talking about you can talk about your experience with antibiotics, but obviously people are dealing with this on a daily basis without those,
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those kind of testimonies are what got me to start Plexus. I'll be honest. I mean, people were very bold, and that is what I was dealing with. I mean, it was absolutely horrible. and no doctor had ever helped me. So, I mean, if you're bold enough to, talk about it, you're going to help somebody. I mean, I guarantee y'all, when I post about that, I don't necessarily say it that way, but when I do, I get all kinds of messages. Y'all, everybody's constipated, like, or the exact opposite problem. But I mean, just literally it is a huge problem.
Well,
So-
the thing I want to emphasize is that one day without my products was what threw my body off. Like, that's what I want to emphasize, that since I started taking Plexus, I've been so regular, and I ran out because I had been taking more because I was on an antibiotic. And then the one day I didn't have the BioCleanse, I did not go to the bathroom, and I was miserable last night. So that's
Yeah.
why I wanted to emphasize it, because I want to put the emphasis on the product really does make a difference in your everyday enjoyment of life. I did not enjoy myself last night.
Right. That's why we have a less than 1% return rate, because they work. I mean, really. So yeah, I definitely, you could use that in different ways throughout the whole month, to be honest. And I mean, we could all go back and find testimonies like that, because I don't think constipation is against the rules to post about at all.
And if it's in your stories, it disappears in 24 hours anyway. So they won't be able to flag you in time.
I'm already like, could you hurry up and post that so I can share it?
Right. Because I have people that need to hear it. I know. For real. So they used to have, like, back in the day when I first joined, there were all these like IBS and Crohn's and UC, like Facebook groups, and they've since been shut down. But I mean, that's where I got all my information, because when I started, they had me start, and I probably should stop this recording with all this personal information, but whatever. I mean, I started the products and I was taking the BioCleanse, like, by the directions, how it says to take 2 in the morning, or 2 between breakfast and lunch, and 2 between, y'all, I looked like I was not 6 months pregnant, probably 8 months pregnant, taking it like that. But I had to do a lot of digging, and I figured out that you could take them all at night with your Probio 5. That changed everything. And so I think we need to, talk about that too, even with your people that have that are already taking the products. And y'all, don't forget to reach out to all the people that you've reached out to before, like follow up. I just had a girl join. I actually haven't even, I've got to welcome her to my team page, but she just joined. She's somebody I talked to 3 years ago, like, had all these messages, and she was going to join, and I just came across her name, and I was like, you know what, hey, I'm going to reach out to her again. And she was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. This is like, you can't even imagine what I've been going through, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, this is perfect. So go back through old notebooks, go back through old messages, old posts, find people that have commented or liked your post, and make a list and start from there. So, okay, does anybody else have anything?
I wanted to say something. I had my mindset call this morning with Randy, and we were kind of talking about, like you were saying, the get back to the basics stuff, which is exactly what I feel. I mean, like, I need to do, over the course of time. You don't realize that what once was very important steps that you never missed out, like, just start to casually fade away. And so that was just a really beautiful reminder that Randy had given me. But the point of what I want to say is something that I'm working on is not answering for other people and assuming that they will say no. And so my biggest focus this month is I kind of created like an onboarding step by step. And it starts from the very beginning, from when you're having the conversation, like what types of questions to ask. Because sometimes life is chaotic, and I feel like I draw a blank, and I'm like, do you drink water? And you're like, wait, hang on, get back to the basics. You got to ask better questions. So I have the questions listed out. And then once they sign up, and this is something that Brittany Roberts and I Emily Roberts, I'm Brittany Howard. Sorry, I'm listening to too many podcasts. Okay. Emily Roberts helped me put this together, but she gave me just like a snippet of, saying something like, hey, proud of you for taking a step forward towards bettering your health. Your order is going to ship in the next 48 hours. While we wait, let's use that referral link. send it over to 3 friends. By doing this, Plexus will send you $305 in thank you cash. And then explaining it a little bit further. So by sharing this, I mean something as simple as tagging me in your stories, excuse me, or a quick post like, I ordered these gut health supplements, da, 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 da. And just that's immediately after I know they placed their order, I send that over to them. Will they all do it? Probably not, but I'm getting myself in the habit of instantly just saying, hey, this is what I do. Push this out as we wait for your order. And then from there, it's obviously adding them to the team pages and what have you. But another thing that I think is really cool is when we create that welcome post on Lead with Love, or, you know, the main team chats that everybody has, take that graphic that's created or whatever it is, and also add it to your Instagram stories and tag them in it. Because that's a cool opportunity for them to just flip it around and share it to their page. And that's another, so there's 2 pushes already to get them to kind of shout you out or shout out that they've began this new journey. And so I am making it a point to do that to every single person that signs up, that I'm having, you know, conversations with, because I added 6 last month, which was so great, but it didn't feel like as big of a win as I wanted it to, because I shied away from doing that with 3 people. I did go back through and send it to them, but like I was chicken, and in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, she would never do it. She was even weird about reaching out anyways. And that's just simply not true. Like,
No.
that is me answering for them. And if they say no, then obviously respect that. But I don't know. So I
No,
just
doesn't
wanted to,
mean never. I mean, they just make
100%, yeah.
I mean, I just have a guy that just earned the iPad. Y'all, he is a retired lieutenant colonel. Like, he's probably going to watch this call, and he's amazing. We've been friends for 30 years. I never in a million years dreamed that he would want to even try the products, much less share it. And so, and now he's sharing and he's messaging people. And I mean, you cannot prejudge. You really just do not know.
And that's
Yeah.
planting the seed. That's planting the seed from the beginning. So they may not want you then, they may ignore you, they may tell you no, but then the second they start taking the products and they're loving them and they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm feeling so much more energized and I'm regular and all this stuff. And then you can just encourage them again to be like, hey, you should share that. I'm sure there's other friends that are also feeling that way, you know?
Mhm.
Yes.
Well, and I
think
ran
this is
into
similar to that.
I
I'm sorry.
ran into a hiccup with, I
I'm
had
gonna stop
asked
recording
somebody,
real quick, y'all.
okay.